You've tried everything, made the plan, read the books, obsessed over the outcome, and still nothing works, until one day you stop caring so much, you let go, and suddenly things start to work. It feels like magic. But it's not. It's a deep truth philosophers have known for centuries. When you stop trying to control everything, you finally gain control of yourself. This is the paradox of surrender. Let's explore it. Worry feels responsible, like a mental tax you pay to show you care, but worrying isn't thinking, it's rumination, and it keeps your mind stuck in loops of what if. The Stoics warned against this. Epictetus said, it's not things that disturb us, but our opinions about things. You think you're solving problems, but most of the time, you're just rehearsing pain that hasn't happened yet. When you worry, you live in imaginary futures and lose your power in the present. Worry is born from control, or the illusion of it. We think, if I plan enough, fear enough, stress enough, that I can force things to go my way. But Lao Tzu, the ancient Taoist philosopher, taught something different. By letting it go, it all gets done. The world is won by those who let it go. You don't tame chaos by gripping it harder, you tame it by learning to flow. When you stop resisting uncertainty, you stop suffering from it. Søren Kierkegaard, the Danish philosopher, believed that anxiety is the dizziness of freedom. We stand on the edge of life, able to choose anything, and it paralyzes us. So we try to calculate, predict, and control the unknown, but life isn't a math problem, it's a leap. He called it the leap of faith, the idea that peace only comes when you surrender your need to know everything. It's not ignorance, it's a kind of spiritual courage. You jump, not because you're sure, but because standing still is killing you. Today we live in a world that feeds on worry. 24/7 news, doom-scrolling, hustle culture, self-optimization. We're told that if we're not constantly anxious, we're falling behind. But anxiety isn't action. In fact, it often blocks action. We confuse vigilance with progress, but we're just burning mental energy in place. When you let go of constant worry, you create space. And in that space, things can finally move. The Stoics gave us one of the simplest and most powerful tools in philosophy. Focus only on what is within your control. Let go of the rest. You can't control how people respond, you can't control the weather, the algorithm, or the past, but you can control your choices, your attitude, and your effort. That's the paradox. When you stop wasting energy on the uncontrollable, you gain power over your life. Letting go isn't weakness, it's radical clarity. When you stop worrying, you become more present, you make clearer decisions, you listen to your intuition, and you stop chasing and start aligning. You move from fear-based action to value-based action. You stop reacting and start responding. This is what Lao Tzu meant by non-action. Not doing nothing, but doing only what matters. Action without force, movement without fear, and suddenly things start to unfold. Not because you're controlling them, but because you're finally in rhythm with life. Letting go doesn't mean apathy, it means trust. Trust in yourself, trust in your preparation, trust in life's unknowns. It's not easy, you'll still worry, you'll still fear, but the practice is in not clinging to it. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. The world doesn't suddenly become perfect when you stop worrying, but you do. You don't need to stress yourself into success. You don't need to predict every outcome. Sometimes, the greatest power is in surrender, not giving up, but giving in to the flow of what matters. So ask yourself, what am I trying too hard to control? What am I afraid will happen if I let go? What if the thing I'm avoiding is actually peace? Because maybe, just maybe, the moment you stop worrying is the moment everything begins. This is modern morality, ancient wisdom for modern chaos.